Pranam Swamiji. We are now in our 28th session of Mundakopanishad with Swamiji. Right now we are doing chapter 2, section 1, mantra 6. I welcome everyone here. The last half hour, as usual, is set aside for questions and answers with Swamiji.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pasye Makshabhirya Jatra Sthirairangai Stushtuvam Sastanobhir Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vriddhashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starkshyo Arishthaneme Swastino Brihasphadir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are studying the first khanda of second Mundaka. There it was said, Aksharad Vividhaha Bhavaha Prajayande Tatracha Eva Apiyanti. This is the subject matter. From the imperishable existence absolute, all the manifestations are emerging and dissolving. See, in the Advaithashramam, then we can see a question. Oh Bhagavan, please teach me what is Brahman. Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. Oh Bhagavan, please teach me what is Brahman. So as an answer to that question, Rishi indicates what Brahman is. Indicating means we cannot explain or define using our words. It is not definable. So acharyas use many words to indicate what it is. And that is the most important mantra the whole Vedantic literature. Why it is the most important one? Because Badarayana, who wrote Brahma Sutras, he took this mantra as the important base of his, or main base of his teachings. In the Brahma Sutra, Brahma is defined in the second sutra. And in that second sutra, the subject matter is this mantra. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. Yena jatani jivanti. Yat prayanti abhisamvishanti. Tat vijñāsasva tat brahmeti. So that is the subject matter. That's why it is the most important mantra in the Vedantic law. The whole of Vedantic literature. So what is Brahman? It is indicated as from where all the beings are coming into existence or manifestation. And in which all are staying, or by which all are staying. What is sustaining the whole universe? So what is the cause of the universe? And what is sustaining the universe? And to which all are dissolving. So what is the point of origination? What is the base of existence? And where all these are dissolving. That is the point of dissolution. You think on it over and over. Again and again you contemplate that. Go deep into that. And that is Brahman. So that is the main teaching. Now the same is taught here. Tatha aksharat vividhaha bhavaha. From that imperishable existence absolute, all the manifestations are coming. All are manifesting. So this is the first mantra. And all other mantras in this khanda are repeating the same. That is the cause, and that is the very base. And therefore the whole phenomena are nothing but that essential existence. So to teach that, mantras are repeated again and again. So here we have seen the fifth mantra, that is tasmādṛcaḥ. From that imperishable existence absolute, Agni. Even though the verbal meaning of Agni is fire, an element, here it is used to mean the lokāḥ. And when we learn the Panchagni Vidya, it is the first Agni, the lokāḥ. The loko vava Gautamagni. So says Chandogya. And for that Agni to shine or to burn, there must be firewood. And what is that? Sūryaḥ. Sūryaḥ is the Samitha. Then Parjanyo Vava Gautamagni. Parjanya, clouds or water, That is the next Agni. And it is originating, or it is manifesting from the soma. Here soma means the sphere, where we are seeing soma. The level or the area where we are seeing soma. And there is the prominence of water. And therefore it is said from soma, the second Agni, that is Parjanya, is manifesting. Then there is the third Agni, that is the Prithvi Vava, Gaudama Agni. This earth is fire. And in this earth, many forms of vegetations. Many forms of vegetations are growing. And from that, naturally comes the fourth Agni, which is man. And that man, that is the fourth Agni, is pouring semen into the fifth Agni, that is woman. And from that, all the beings are coming into existence. So all these are manifesting from that imperishable Purusha, Akshara. And even when these are manifested, they are not different from that cause. All these are just manifestations. Essential existence is the same. It is not something mutating. No. So that is the fifth mantra, and now we can go to the sixth mantra. What is the sixth mantra? See? tasmādṛcaḥ sāma yajūṃṣi dīkṣā yajñāśca sarve kratavo dakṣiṇāśca saṃvatsaraśca yajamānaśca lokāḥ somo yatra pavate yatra sūryaḥ. tasmādṛcaḥ sāma yajūṃṣi dīkṣā yajñāśca sarve kratavo dakṣiṇāśca saṃvatsaraśca yajamānaśca lokāḥ somo yatra pavate yatra sūryaḥ. tasmādṛcaḥ sāma yajūṃṣi dīkṣā yajñāः ca sarve kratavah dakṣiṇāः ca saṃvatsaraḥ ca yajamānaḥ ca lokāḥ somaḥ yatra pavate yatra sūryaḥ. Tasmāt, from that, rcaḥ. Rcaḥ is the plural of rk. It is the plural of rk. Rk means those mantras with definite padas and aksharas. That is this much number of syllables or aksharas in one pada line, and definite number of such lines. For example, in the case of Gayatri, there are 3 padas with 8 aksharas, like that. Or Anushtup is 4 padas with 8 aksharas. So there are so many meters, chandas, and mantra which are arranged in such meters is called rk. Sāma. This also is Veda. And almost all mantras in Sāma are actually coming from Rigveda only. All mantras. But the difference is, it is arranged in a different form. And they are said to Vedic, just what we can say, music. They are celestial songs. Some are presented in the form of songs. It is the source of all music. All forms of songs or music is originating from Sāma. And that is why it touches those who hear them. Even though we are not understanding the meaning of words, but when we hear Sāma, we will be attracted, not only attracted, but everybody will sit spellbound. That is the magic of Sāma. So Sāma, Rigveda, Samaveda, or Rik and Sāma, yajūṃṣi, all the yajus, yajūṃṣi. It is the plural form of yajuhu. Just as rcaḥ is the plural form of rik, yajūṃṣi is the plural form of yajus. All the Yajurveda mantras or all the Yajur mantras, so they are detailing karmas and upasanas, but there is no such a hard rule. As in Rigveda, some Yajur mantras are in meters and some are not in meters. Aniyata padakshara baddha. When riks are niyata padakshara baddha, yajus are aniyata padakshara baddha. There is no rule that definite number of lines and definite number of aksharas. No such rules are there. So we have thousands and thousands of branches of Veda, and hundreds, thousands of mantras, but all are divided in 4 divisions: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda. But all these mantras are divided into 3 categories. There are Riks, there are Yajus, there are Samas. In the form of a poem, in the form of prose, in the form of music. So all these Vedas are manifesting from that imperishable existence absolute or knowledge absolute. In the Samhita itself it is said, Rjasamani yajñire, chandamsi yajñire tasmād, yaju tasmād ajāyata. So we can see in the Samhita itself, that mantra is repeated in all Vedas. Rit, Yaju, Sāma and Atharva. In all the 4 Vedas we can see that mantra. That means all these Vedas are manifesting from that Purusha. Another mantra it is said, Asya mahato bhutasya nishvasidam edad Rigvedo, Yajurveda, Sāmavedo, Atharvaveda. So we can see some other mantras also. From this great being, all the Vedas are manifesting as if exhalations, when we are exhaling, it's a natural process. We are not thoughtfully exhaling or inhaling. It is happening as it is, quite natural. In the same way, from Ishvara, all these Vedas are coming out. Just as a man is exhaling. So there is no thinking, there is no preparations, there is nothing. Spontaneously, all the Vedas are coming out. So tasmādṛcaḥ sāma yajūṃṣi. Dīkṣā. Dīkṣā. There are many types of dīkṣās. All these dīkṣās are some sort of pledge or some sort of vow we are taking to follow something, some ritual, or some practices, or some rituals, or some mode of living. So to begin that, there are dīkṣās. We will take some pledge in front of our Guru, or within the self, that I will follow this style of life. I will do this. For example, Brahmacharya dīkṣā. So I will follow Brahmacharya in this life. Or Grihastha-ashrama praveshaha, vivaha samskaraha. That is ceremony of marriage, wedding ceremony. What is this? It is actually a dīkṣā. It is taking a vow. It is a pledge. We are coming together to live together. From this day onwards, we are one. not you and me. And that is why they are called Pati and Patni. Those who are moving to the same goal together. Pattal gatau, that is the road. So those who are moving to the same goal together, always together, never to separate. So that vow is a marriage ceremony. There are many mantras. Or yajna dīkṣā. Yajna dīkṣā, I will do this sacrifice, I will do this yajna. From this day onwards, I will do this. Or after this much days, I will do this. So it is a dīkṣā, yajna dīkṣā. That's a yajñāśca dīkṣā, so many dīkṣās are there. And before starting a tirtha yatra, there may be some dīkṣās. So many types of dīkṣās are there. Many types of dīkṣās. Then mantra dīkṣā is there, accepting some mantra from Guru. So many. So all these dīkṣās are manifesting or coming out from that imperishable Brahman. Here, as it is a part of Veda, and we are going to see many yajñās. Here, we can take the meaning of dīkṣā as yajña dīkṣā, kratavo dīkṣā. So all these dīkṣās are manifesting from that same Brahman. Then yajñāha, many forms of or many types of sacrifices. Many types of sacrifices. Yajña is a term which have broad inner meanings. When there is something offered, it is a yajña. When something is performed to purify ourselves, it's a yajña. And of course, when ajya is poured into fire with mantras, following diligently the rules set by our rishis, that is performing agnihotra. That's a yajña. And rendering service in the society is a yajña. Teaching somebody is a yajña. So there are many types of yajñas. Bahuvidha yajñāha vitata brahmano mukhe, says the Bhagavad Gita. From the face of Veda, many yajñas manifested. Bahuvidhaha yajñāha, many forms of yajñas, many types of yajñas are there. So all these yajñas, whether they be Shrauda yajñas or Smarta yajñas, all these are coming from that same imperishable Brahman. Yajñāha sarve kratavaha. sarve kratavaha, all the kratus. Kratu also is yajna. Then what is the difference? Normally we are using the term kratu to speak about shrauta yajñas. Those yajñas which are advocated by Shruti, Veda, they are shrauta yajñas. And of course, there will be fire, Agnihotra will be there as a part of kratu. And all the kratu we are starting with the certain thoughts within. There will be some goal to reach or to get this. I am doing this, I am performing this. And I am competent enough to perform this. So before starting a kratu, we will chant some mantras. Of course, there will be guru also. Acharya will be there. That I am a person living at this place, in this earth, at this point of time, and I am competent enough to perform this yajna. So with this sankalpa, we are starting yajñas, kratus. So all these kratus, that is kratavaha, and in the Bhashya, Bhagavan Bhashyakara Shankaracharya, he adds a term here. Yajñāha and kratavaha, these are here. So when explaining kratavaha, Acharya writes sayupaha. Sayupaha. With yupa. So what is yupa? Yupa is a post made of wood, a wooden post, to tie different animals to offer as a sacrifice. So in that kratu, different animals will be offered or sacrifice will happen. And there is no hard and fast rule that in all yajñas there will be such animal sacrifices. So there may be such types of yajña where yupa are there. And of course there are yajñas without yupa. So in the case of kratu, Bhagavan Bhashyakara writes, sayupaha. So yajñaha ayupaha and kratavaha sayupaha. In kratus, there will be yupas. Animal sacrifice will happen. Then dakṣiṇāha. Dakṣiṇāha. Dakṣiṇā is dakṣiṇā. That is what we are offering to the Ritviks. When they perform yajña for us, for the yajamāna, the master, so there is a transaction. one person is deciding to perform yajna, so there must be involvement of many factors, and most important among them are those who know how to perform that yajna. So he will invite ritviks, 16 ritviks, and he himself with his patni will sit. So there are 18. So 18 persons together make a kratavo. And in the beginning, you have to welcome all these ritviks, and as a part of that, there will be some dakshinas. And after the completion of the kratavo, he must offer dakṣiṇā. If he is not offering dakṣiṇā, there is no effect. No effect for that yajna, as far as he is concerned. Of course, for karma there will be effect. If there is a karma, bhala will be there. That is the rule which we cannot break. But he will not get the result. For him to get the result, he must give dakṣiṇā. So there is an exchange. They have the knowledge, he do not have that. They did the karma, he didn't do. And he offered dakṣiṇā, and they are accepting. And when they are accepting that, the karma were performed for him, on behalf of him. And therefore, he will get the result. So, what is binding yajamāna with the karma bhala is dakṣiṇā. So, all these dakṣiṇāh, they are also coming from that same Brahman. dakṣiṇāh. saṃvatsaraśca. Saṃvatsaraḥ. Saṃvatsaraḥ. It's an year. The time. And through saṃvatsara, here time is meant. And in the case of kratavo, we will do sankalpa for performing a kratavo, and in that saṃvatsara itself, or in the next saṃvatsara to come, we will or we must perform that. So that saṃvatsara also can be discussed as a part of the kratavo. The time in between the dīkṣā and the completion of that saṃvatsara, that kratavo. So the saṃvatsara also is manifesting from that Brahman. tasmādṛcaḥ. Then yajamānaśca. Yajamānaśca. One who is performing that kratavo. Who is performing that kratavo? He is yajamāna. In whose mind the thought of performing that kratavo came, and who worked for that, and who invited all the ritviks and made all arrangements for the kratavo to fulfill. He is yajamāna. And basically he is performing such yajñās for getting this and that result. So he is yajamāna. Actually, yajamāna also is manifesting from that Brahman. So what is taught here is everything are coming from the same cause. That is the teaching here. Then lokāḥ are the result of such kratos. That is the world. Different worlds. There are many levels of experiences. And each loka refers to a certain type or certain level or a certain strata of experience. So what is experienced is the loka, the world. So as a result of this kratu, yajamāna will get loka, and this loka is meant here. So lokāḥ, different lokas are there, and therefore plural is used, lokāḥ, the worlds. Yatra, where somaḥ pavate, yatra sūryaḥ ca. So where moon is moving, and the sun also. So to such words where the movement of sun and moon happens, to such lokas this yajamāna will reach. That is the loka or different swarga lokas. So sun is shining there and moon is moving, to such lokas. That is swarga lokas. Celestial worlds. This yajamāna will reach. And such worlds also, they are coming from that same cause. So what is taught here is all the manifestations in this universe, whether connected with the loga or Veda, whether connected with the individual or the society, all these are coming from the same cause. And as there is no difference between the cause and the effect. What is the effect? The effect is cause plus name and form. Nothing else. So the essential existence is the same. And therefore, all are one. All are coming from one. All are being in one. All are dissolving into one. This is the teaching. See, tasmādṛcaḥ sāma yajūṃṣi dīkṣā yajñāśca sarve kratavo dakṣiṇāśca saṃvatsaraśca yajamānaśca lokāḥ somo yatra pavate yatra sūryaḥ. So this is the sixth mantra. Now we can go to the seventh mantra in our next Next sitting. The mantra is tasmādṛcaḥ deva bahudha samprasūtah sadhya manushya pasavo vayamsi prana panau vrihi yavau tapascha shraddha satyam brahmacharyam vidhischa. So that mantra we can take in our next sitting. So if you want to ask anything, you can please ask. If I know, I will reply.
Namaste, Swamiji. First question is from Yoga Acharya Sri Venudasji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
Namaste, Swamiji. I have a question. Is that I would like to know the difference between Shishya and Andaranga Shishya, please.
Andaranga is inner. Who is a Shishya? Shishya is Shasitam Yogyaha, Shastum Yogyaha. One who is eligible to be taught. He is a Shishya. There is one having that receptivity. He is a Shishya. He or she, who are it, having that receptivity. Patratva. And eagerness to know, that real yearning within to know. That must be the sole aim. There is no other goal. To know I am living. My life is to know, to realize. Know what? There are different branches of knowledge. We must not say know the self, know the Atman, no Brahman, no. There are different branches of knowledge. And all these branches, we have to have from a guru, whether it is Ayurveda or Dhanurveda, whether it is in physical science or the chemical properties of some things, whatever it is, whatever be the science. So there is Shishya and Guru. That competence must be there, yearning to know must be there, and that receptivity, that quality must be there. Then he or she is a Shishya. Or they can become a Shishya. And see, when there are many Shishyas for a Guru, for example, in a class, in a Gurukula, in a school, in a classroom, there will be many Shishyas. All are equal. But at the same time, there will be an antaranga. How it is happening, it is quite natural. When that inner vibrations are of the same wavelength or same frequency, then just as when we make a wave in one tuning fork, the other will also be vibrated. When that connection is there between the Shishya and Guru, then naturally an inner circle will develop. And those inside that inner circle, just as different tuning forks vibrating in the same frequency, there will be an antaranga. So that is the only explanation possible. A teacher will have to explain to Shishyas. But to a Shishya who is in the antaranga, Guru need not explain. The thoughts of Guru, the expressions of Guru, that will enter into the mind of those Shishyas who are in the antaranga. But to others, he will have to explain. That's all about the inner circle. It is developing quite naturally when we have that same wavelength or same frequency with it. Now, let me bring an important topic to your attention. Our Bharat is one nation, one culture, one individual, having unity and integrity. Just as we have many body parts, Bharat also has many states and union territories. And it is standing for a great ideal backed by a great philosophy. It is not just a land. The basic concept which is uniting Bharat together is the concept of dharma. And a great mission is there as extolled in the Veda itself, Kruṇvanto Vishvamadya. We can make the whole world great. But now, what we are seeing in Kerala is many controversies are engineered. Media, political parties, the educationists, all are coming together. And acting as if we are of a different culture, this is a different country. And that's all aim to destruct Sanatana Dharma. Daily we are seeing such atrocities orchestrated with a diligent plan within. Now, the other day, there was a controversy. Who made that, from where it came, we do not know. But one newspaper, Kerala Kaumudi, they reported in the temples, there is a custom that Brahmins are worshipped, and the worshippers are washing their feet, which is not at all compatible with the present day world. It is not compatible with the modern world. It is against morality. It is against socialism. It is against the present day world. And in that, there was a cartoon type picture in that report, wherein two white persons were sitting on a chair, on two chairs, and dark-skinned people were washing their feet. So that picture itself gives a message. So there was an uproar in the society. Politicians pounced, and the minister in charge of Devaswam, whose responsibility and duty is to protect Devaswams, he started barking. These are not compatible with the modern day Kerala. So we must stop this. And he ordered in the temples of Kerala Devaswams, from today onward, Pada Puja is prohibited. So there are many debates, many discussions. And the High Court of Kerala also came in the picture, taking a suo motu case. And they asked the explanation from Devaswam boards. So now all the sannyasins, almost all the sannyasins of Kerala, all the tantracharyas in Kerala came together, and we convened different sittings, of course online sittings, and discussed the matter in detail. And see, if we are allowing this, then slowly they will destruct or destroy the very fabric of Sanatana Dharma. It is our custom. See, we are worshipping our mothers, our acharyas, our gurus, sannyasins. Brahmins. And who is a Brahmin? One who is an expert in Veda, one who is studying Veda, one who had studied Veda. All these are Brahmins. There is a sutra in the Paniniya, tad adhite tad Veda. Means to refer to one who is studying or who had studied, we can add ana pratyaya, and when we add ana pratyaya to Brahma, Brahmana Shabda will come. So Brahmana is one who had learned Veda, or who is studying Veda, or who is an expert in Veda. And of course, one who had realized Brahma, he is also a Brahmana. So there are many, many meanings. Basically, all teachers are Brahmins. If he is a teacher. Not that he is known by the name teacher. No. If he is a teacher to the very backbone, he is a Brahmin. So such Brahmins we are worshipping. That is our custom. And in the temples, from time immemorial, this custom is there. Then who is the minister to come and stand against this? What right he has? Because he is a man. He is one who is sitting in that post on the basis of our constitution. And as per the constitution, there are many, many fundamental rights and responsibilities for each and every citizens of India. There are basic rights, fundamental rights. And to believe and practice religion is a fundamental right. We can believe and we can practice our religion. There are only three conditions. Only three conditions which will or which can restrict our religious belief and practice. And these three are: one, health. Health means public health. Two, public order. Public order. Three, morality. Morality means constitutional morality. Because it is, as a part of constitution, it is constitutional morality. Because there is a long-standing debate among legal experts. What is this morality? Constitutional morality or social morality? How we can bring social morality to constitutional morality? That's a long topic. So however, morality. There are only these three aspects: health, public order, and morality, which will restrict or which can restrict your freedom to worship, freedom to practice. So when one is performing a pada puja of somebody, say it is mother, or it is father, or it is guru, or it is a sannyasi, or it is a brahmana, nothing is happening, nothing is violated. So how a minister can come and intervene? This is the question. Now if we are allowing this system, that is, let it be minister, let it be court, whoever he be, the democratic system, to come and intervene, allowing them to stop our practices and rituals, then what will happen? Because today they are saying it is against modern world, the tenets of the modern world. Modern Kerala, not the modern world they are saying modern Kerala. Then they will stop our Kumari Puja. So during Navaratri, we are worshipping Kumaris, 9 girls. We will wash their feet and give them presentations, dress, ornaments, food, because we are worshipping them as they are Bhagavati. Very manifestation, very embodiment of Bhagavati we are seeing. And we are doing that Kumari Puja. Or when we are doing Agnihotra, we are pouring ghee into the fire. Then they will ask, what is the meaning in this? It is not compatible with the present day Kerala. Because you are pouring ghee into the fire and it is burning. In our temples, there are many oracles. And many karmas which are specific to different temples. And they will ask, what is the meaning in worshipping a stone or a metal piece? All these are meaningless. So you must stop this. So we must not allow this. We must not allow. If we are allowing, then the very fabric of our dharma will be distracted. So these are customs and practices which came from time immemorial, and we are practicing, we are following. And see, actually in the Tripunitara temple, who is worshipping? The Tantri and the head priest. They are inviting some Brahmanas and they are performing the puja. So what is the case of racial discrimination? If we are calling those fellows Brahmanas, Brahmanas are worshipping Brahmanas. What right you have to come with them? And nowadays people are saying they are Savarna and Avarna. Who is Savarna? Who is Savarna? If you are taking the Chaturvarnya system, all the 4 are Savarnas. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra are Savarnas. Varnena Sahitaha Savarna. So all these castes or all these samudayas of the present day world are Savarnas. Now there is no Avarnas at all. In the earlier days, there were Avarnas. That is, when one person is committing some, not mistake, what you can call crime, there will be different types of punishments. For example, if somebody is raping a girl or a woman, then the king will declare him as a Chandala. And he will be sent out of the village. He do not have the right to enter the village. So he is a Chandala. He is an Avarna. So a Brahmana can become an Avarna. Kshatriya can become an Avarna. Vaishya can become an Avarna. Shudra can become an Avarna. All the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudras are Savarnas. And nowadays there is no king's rule. So there is no Chandala also. In the present day world, there is no Chandala. And Chandalas were not Chandalas forever. For a specific period, that punishment will be declared. So after that, he will come back. So Chandala is not a Chandala forever. So who is studying all these things? And they see, people can have discussions and debate. We are welcoming that. You can criticize anything and everything in this world. We are welcoming that. But we must first know whether we have the right or not. A minister is a man who is a minister according to the Constitution. And he can take decisions only according to the Constitution. He cannot inject into the system his own political beliefs and faiths. But this man is doing, the system is doing. And you are attacking the age-long customs and practices of one society, one community. If you are saying it is against the modern Kerala, minister is equal for all. Why he is not seeing the rituals and practices of other religions? For example, in the Christian, not all Christian cults, in many Christian groups, on the Pesach Thursday, Monday, Thursday, the priest and heads of different Christian denominations, they will wash the feet of many people. Even the Pope will do that. He is doing that. Why the minister is not coming in that picture and not shouting, this is not befitting the present day conscience? He's not seeing that. In the Muslim religion, see a small child, male child, he do not have any religious faith or belief because he's a small child, he's a kid. But the father and mother will take him to a cruel man who is doing against the will of Ishvara. And he is taking knife and doing circumcision. Oh, terrible pain this boy is suffering. Terrible pain. Because a body part, in such a tender part, they are cutting the skin, which is supposed to protect the genital organs. It must be there. It is to protect the penis of males. Not only to protect the genital organ, in the sexual activity also, it has much role, that skin. So they are removing that by cutting. So this minister is not saying that. When you say it is the religious belief, no, I am saying it is not a religious belief. It is pure transgression because it is not the belief of that child. It is the belief of father and mother. Do father and mother have right to cut the body parts of the another individual? This is the question. I am your father, I am your mother, that's all right. But by that, am I having the privilege to cut your body? That too before your completion of your when you are a minor. This is the question. So the minister not seeing that. The system is not seeing that. High Court is not seeing that. So they are acting against the customs and beliefs of our tradition. If we are sitting quiet in our own rooms and studying Mundakopanishad or Mandukyopanishad with the Kariga and Bhashya, remember within this tradition our dharma, that will be destroyed by these demonic persons. So it is our duty to come together and stand together and protect our dharma. If we are allowing this one, tomorrow 2 will come, day after tomorrow 3 will come. That is quite natural. So have that awareness within and spread this idea around. In all media, news are coming as if there is a racial discrimination. Discrimination based on caste. No, such things are not there. From whichever caste you are coming, if you are a Brahmana, that is, if you are performing this puja, yajna, teaching Veda, have studied Veda, you will be considered as a Brahmana. Many such Brahmanas are there in Kerala. We are worshipping them. We are doing puja of their feet. And who are doing this? Tantri and Pujaka of temple. Then what right you have to say this is some discriminatory activities? Nonsense. And Yadi Puja, it is one of the important ritual. That is worshipping sannyasis. We will wash their feet first. Then put this bhasma vibhuti on their legs. Then we will show arati. So this is our custom. So we must not allow these political forces to distract our dharma. So come together, stand together, protest and protect. We must be aware of these facts around us. So this is an important thing we must keep in mind. So have this with it. Namaste. So now to conclude this, in our next session we can continue. Namaste. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pasye Makshabhirya Jatra Sthirai Rangai Stushtuvam Sastanubhir Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vridhashravaha Swastina Posha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starkshyo Arishtaneme Swastina Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.